Hey there, it's Gail, yoga educator and guide. And I just wanted to connect with you today to talk about sequencing because that's an area that a lot of teachers feel that they're lacking in. And I just wanted to give you my 2 cents on it because I know that you can go out there and you can buy a book on how to sequence. And I know that there are resources out there where you can actually get sequences, right? There are plenty of people out there that are sharing the sequences that they have created. And there's different approaches to sequencing as well. And one of the things that I think is a really important aspect of sequencing that people don't really spend a lot of time developing is having the knowledge of what each pose does. So that when you move to the next pose, it's not just about choreography. Though it is really lovely when one pose flows nicely into the next, it's not just about that. It's about safety, it's about understanding what the previous shape brought you to and what you'll gain from moving to the next shape. So sometimes it's about deepening the shape before, sometimes it's about an opposite movement. It can be, let's say, a back bend pose where then doing a forward bend makes sense. It feels right in the body. Though we do want to watch that we don't do too many of the back bend, forward bend, because that in and of itself can have anatomical problems. So we definitely want to arm ourselves with the knowledge of how anatomy works and understanding different types of movements. So I feel that in many ways the yoga world is lacking in disseminating that information. And I've had to really seek that out from different people who are more well versed in things like isometrics and somatics and understanding anatomy just in and of itself, right? The purpose of what certain muscles do versus other muscles, or are we working um, to our end range and using your joints well, right? So there's so many aspects to it, and it's not always just a set prescription of how you're supposed to do it. It's really about understanding what it is you're trying to gain from the class that you're teaching, or what you're trying to have your students gain from what you're teaching. So I'd really encourage you to explore different anatomy trainings or anatomy, even anatomy books. One of my favorites is Judith Lassiter's book, which is on yoga body. And it really brings anatomy to life so you understand certain movements as it applies to the practice. So sequencing, it can be tricky because it's not just about making something look pretty. Yes, can you be a teacher that's really well versed at linking poses that look beautiful one after the other? Absolutely. But is that always the way we should go? No. So if you want to know more, reach out to me. I'm happy to share some more resources with you. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon.